Edward Neuman, not Edward the Newman. Edward is my favorite character on this channel, and he is my favorite character in 8th grade. Edward was a major Sly Cooper fanatic. He was a major, anime fan, a major fan of nerds, and he was one of my favorite examples in 8th grade. In 8th grade, I got along with everybody. I got along with people singing Lupe Fiasco, Superstar. I had Courtney on the side. I had a whole lot of other people, that was supporting my dream and my vision, and I felt like, 8th grade really showed me what was up, because it separated me from the assholes like Matt and Max Chance, and it let me know that people do, love me out there, and people are supportive of me, 100%. Contrary to Mr. Butcher, what he believes, literally what would happen is, I would, flirt with Edward. Literally, I would talk to Justin. Justin would correct me, call me a pervert, everything on top of him having jokes. Go out with a white girl named Chantel. Literally, I would go home and watch One Piece videos of Luffy versus Rob Lucci. Then I'd watch Naruto and Sasuke on repeat. And then, every now and then I got along with Edward. And the great thing about, Edward is me and him both like anime, me and him both like online videos like Digga Higga and stuff. And the greatest part about Edward is the fact that literally he defined why 8th grade was multi-dimensional, why it happened in 2008, back around where the flip phones were still in, and the flip phone era, and why me and him had such multi-dimensional conversations. He was right there under Anthony. So I'm gonna put a plan out there. Edward agreed with Justin that I was being perverted when they offered me a gummy worm in PE. But at the same time, literally, he recognized why we weren't having the same tools. But at the same, time, Edward literally that of me as, a fantastic individual. He's one of the main supporters when we went to Waterworld. Literally, he let, everybody know the street code, literally what I was doing, how amazing I was, how I was, famous, and literally how I'm actually not perverted, but, at the time he can't, disagree with delivery. But at the same time, Edward went to the military outside 8th grade, and I really respected him. The story of me and Edward starts off like this. Okay, so me and Justin are making fun of each other in PE, and I talked to Edward, about certain things, like I think like anime and Bleach. But when the conversation got deeper, literally I asked for his YouTube account, and he showed me this animation program called Pivot. I'm like, okay, literally I like Pivot because I use pencil. I heard Pivot before, and I really didn't like it until Edward came out. And so it was pretty funny because Pivot revolves around stick figures, and animation still frames. So if you don't know how animation works, you put one still frame, you copy and paste it, literally, and then you copy it to the next frame, and then you change something a little bit like Looney Tunes. So what happened, literally, as soon as I got, his YouTube channel, his YouTube account, literally, I saw the very first thing at his description. How YouTube used to be descriptive. Literally, I used to grow up in an era that used to watch YouTube poops, random videos. We used to censor, things like censor cartoons, censor SpongeBob, censor, all the things that we grew up with. And literally what ended up happening is they would push them forward, and then they would, rewind it back, and they would think it was funny, and I wouldn't accept it at the time. But the craziest part about it is, when I read his, because mine is very thick, I'm like, I like anime, cartoons, but I had a red background with Louis V. Britannia, literally, and they call me immature, literally, and, the same reason as that person. Literally, some people say gaming. Literally, some people say, my favorite books, who the fuck read books, it was their greatest, time and era. Literally, so on Edward's account, it said, literally, his favorite, anime is Full Metal Alchemist, and on his account, on his YouTube account, it said literally my favorite, anime is Full Metal Alchemist because of the main character Edward, and him and Edward share the same name. That was back where YouTube was really animated, where it had, programs like, Nigga Higga, Timothy De La Ghetto, a whole bunch of other programs that I really, really loved back in the day. And it came down, to a point where me and him were really cool in PE. Literally, no matter how much shit Justin talked, no matter how much shit Elliot talked, me and Edward were still cool, and we already shared the same vision. So it got up to PE, literally, where Edward was trying to give me the hint that girls, fucking me in PE and shit. Like literally, like Jay Lee was noticing that they were picking on me and stuff. Literally, so it got down to a point where he started talking to himself out of nowhere. He stands right next to me. He's like, nigga higga. Literally, and then he paused it again. He's like, nigga higga. And then I put my fist in the air like, what you say, Edward? It was funny as fuck, literally. It was the most hilarious thing ever, literally. And that's, the perspective that kept me away from me and Justin, literally. And then it got down, to a point where literally this is how 8th grade actually happened. This is how, the footage actually happened, literally. Literally, Justin offered me a gummy worm in PE. And then Edward said, out of nowhere, after I referenced it as a penis, literally, he's like, you're so perverted. And that's how the original story fucking pans out. It was fucking amazing. I was watching YouTube videos of Dragon Ball GT. You know how Goku kind of looks like a porn star where he turned Super Saiyan 4. Literally, I was watching Dragon Ball Z GT abridged. Literally, and what would happen is literally freaking this guy made Goku transform into Super Saiyan 4 out of nowhere. He's like, Frieza, do you like my sexy voice? I kept on watching videos over and over again. Literally, at school at PE, Justin would call me immature. So him and Anthony were the main influences, when we went to PE, and that's why him and Elliot got into a fight. He kept on ignoring, improvement. Edward acknowledged that they were ignoring improving, but the best part about it is Edward was a very mutual character that let me know that, yo, this is what a nerd is. Literally, he was up there where it came to Dylan and David in terms of skill. And he let me know a lot about life, why he did go to the military, because literally, life doesn't pan out that way. Sometimes life doesn't give you, a guarantee, like when you had in junior high, like when you were with your friends, like when you were getting high with your friends. So what ends up happening is you roll with something that, definite instead of rolling with something that's iffy, and the military is a guarantee. So everyone went to the military outside 8th grade. And, that really makes me, feel better, because Uncle Tommy went to the military over time, and me and him had a really good, 8th grade moment. So it got down to, me, him, and Justin, walking the 16-minute mile in PE. So there's this PE teacher called Mr. Gerke, literally, that recognized that I was fast. I was, first, where it came to ranks in PE, where it comes to speed. And what ends up happening is sometimes when I try too hard to fit in, like, when I make sound effects like caca, literally this and that, literally when I tried too hard to fit in for Max Sanchez back when me and Max still had PE, literally when I felt depressed, and a little drowsy, he's like, you moody, you're usually better. So when it got to 8th grade, when, me and Justin were getting really popular, we had, a 16-minute walk for the mile, where we did nothing but walk for the entire mile, and all me, him, and Edward did was talk about Sly Cooper, literally. On the way to church, I stuck in the level about John Besson. And so literally, so him and Justin went back and forth for Sly Cooper a little bit. And so me out of nowhere, I'm like, whatever happened to Penelope? And then Justin's like, I think they got married. Edward was a really good character. Edward was a ferocious character. He always reminded me about the day when I beat Gio, when Tyrone and, Randolph, did that dance in front of me, let me know that it was good, how they validated me, outside of everybody else, how they called, my dancing getting repetitive, and how me being Gio isn't nothing special and also isn't nothing new, how they kept on crying, to do something normal, and kept on ignoring my YouTube poops, kept on ignoring my nigga Higga. And it's good to know that, Edward, really had my back. It really was patient with me in 8th grade. So his name is Edward Neuman. He went to the military, and he is just like, Uncle Tommy in real life. There is no such thing about me fantasizing with him and Gigi, but literally, he is a good person, and Edward did come correct in PE. So this is season 3, and this is Edward Neuman's video.